in emPHorium. In the Philippines, I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyo lahat. And for the people in the US watching this live at the emPHorium, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to at least check it out. Check us out. emPHorium is a unique US based, the first of its kind. Okay, the first of its kind. It's a Philippine made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And emPHorium is actually a physical place. Like I said, that's where I'm at right now. It's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California. So if you want to come and visit, please do so. We welcome you. Just go ahead and let us know when you're coming. Thank you. But what the Live emPHorium is, this is one of the tools that we use to create the awareness, the sales opportunities by people watching, and hopefully organically, or what we're doing on social media is reaching other people. And I think it is. At the end of the day, what we want is that awareness creation. Okay, so that's what Live at the emPHorium is. And today it is packed full of amazing stuff. You know, when I first heard about this book and finally read it, my initial reaction was, finally, a spirited book about the Philippine brand. And I'm excited to talk about all of the things that makes Philippine brands exciting with our guests. Now, this book, you can say it's pretty much very motivating, but it's also a book that I could really actually say it's sort of an instructional book on how a lot of the iconic Philippine brands have journeyed, what their journey has been about, right? So I'm excited to talk about that because at the end of the day, it's only apropos, as they say, that we're talking about a product like this in the showroom here in emPHorium. Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Ferdinand Soriano, and I am your host for this special edition episode of Live at the emPHorium. And for those who have never, ever have heard of Live at the emPHorium or emPHorium, emPHorium is a Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products. Today, I just want to say hello to everyone in the Philippines as well as here in the U.S. I want to say hello to the wholesalers, the buyers, the retailers, the entrepreneurs, and everyone out there who is a supporter of Philippine-made product. Today is that day of where we get all motivated more about what Philippine products is about, because today is a topic that we're going to be talking about really is all the different things that what makes Philippine brands amazing. And my guest today is amazing. Today, I will be joined by the author as well as the CEO of a company called Arispa, but I want to go ahead and bring in my co-host for today. He is very supportive of emPHorium, does a lot of things for the community to create awareness also for the Philippine government, because as you know, the emPHorium is actually located in the Philippine Trade and Investment Center in Los Angeles. So if you're interested in being here, looking around, checking out all the up and coming products from the Philippines, please drop by. It's at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard in the city, number 602, the city of Los Angeles, California. So with me today, before I bring in the author, the CEO of Arispa, let me go ahead and bring in sort of my co-host today. I'd like for you to bring in Eric Elnar of the Philippine Trade and Investment Center here in Los Angeles. And he is the trade commissioner. Come on in, Mr. Eric Elnar, please. He's going to be joining me today. So, hey, Eric, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, everyone.
I'm always all about what's happening in the industry, and I'm sure within our discussion with the author that she's waiting patiently there to come in to talk about her, the book as well as the product. So you've read the book, right?
Oh yes, this one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's only great that we're talking about the Filipino brand can here in emPHorium, because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a motivating and inspiring book. So what did you think about the book?
I think I contributed
I think so too, right?
line there saying that this is a testament, I think, to
Yeah, there you go.
how
Yeah.
if you want, I could just
Yeah, go ahead. Might as
whatever I wrote there
well. Might as well read it. Just don't think about it, just read it.
Yeah. So I said here, entrepreneurship is the great equalizer of the new millennium. By starting and having their own businesses, women of today are not limited by exact ceiling. On an international level, small countries like the Philippines are home to global brands that can compete with the best of the world. Written by an entrepreneur, this book is a timely reminder that yes, the Filipino can, and yes, the Filipino can do better. Filipina can do better. That's what I said here, and I really mean every word I said in that book.
Well, I think there's more to be said, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to actually read the actual background of our author. I'm not trying to be mysterious, but with me, I feel like with this individual, with this author and CEO, she conducts herself in a very humble but also very impactful way. So I want to be able to say what she's accomplished, so I don't miss a beat because I don't want to miss anything. So I'm going to read the entire book to you now. No, I'm just kidding. Cheryl Ramos Quintana is the founder and president of Arispa Spa Solutions Inc. She's the number one maker of 100% natural rice brand-based health and beauty products in the Philippines. Isn't that a lovely picture? You like it? I like it. So she's a business leader and a brand influencer. She serves as a passionate mentor and professional speaker on the topics of entrepreneurship, branding, franchising, and getting and strength-based coaching. She is also a trained Gallup USA strength coach. She's written other books. Can you show her the other book that she's written? It's called The Small Entrepreneur's Journey.
Yeah.
And in 2018, Cheryl was the first Filipina to receive the Asia Pacific Woman Entrepreneur Award in Istanbul, Turkey. That same year, the Filipino Women's Network also recognized her as one of the 100 most influential Filipino women in the world in London, United Kingdom. And in 2016, she also received distinction in Hanoi, Vietnam, as one of the outstanding ASEAN women entrepreneurs. She's a multi-awarded entrepreneur. She represented the Philippines in 2016 as a speaker of the World Trade Organization Public Forum and Debate in Geneva, Switzerland. I'm getting tired reading all these accolades. These are amazing. She also served as a Philippine delegate in the Global Entrepreneurship Summit in Hyderabad, India in 2017. Above all of that, the one thing that she is very proud of, more all of that, is a hands-on mom. She's taking care of her 4 growing children, which are grown, probably all on their own now, with her husband, Edwin, and their home in Laguna. Please welcome. I've been anticipating this moment to actually interview her finally here instead of just being on virtual. Please welcome Cheryl Ramos Quintana. Yay, Cheryl finally is here. Amazing.
I'm so happy to be here. And a good friend Eric for many years. Welcome to the chilly LA, but sunny one. So I'm so happy to be here, Ferdinand. Yeah, you're correct. We've been waiting for this moment. I have goosebumps while you're saying that we're waiting for this for the longest time. So finally, we'll do this all together in LA.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to do it, like they say, virtually, but it's nice because you get the vibe off of each other and you finally get to just interact like that. That's the one thing that's missing. But you know what? I'm all about getting to the point. So I won't become, too talkative, but unless Eric wants to say something. Before we good? Okay. So I made notes to make sure that I did not miss a beat. So first, I'm interested in how you started because it's not only inspiring, but I'm a big fan of down-to-earth explanation of how somebody started. Nothing can, just something like if you want to share, something also what maybe when you first started in your mind and then you moved on. So tell me about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been an entrepreneur for 23 years now. I started, I didn't never planned to be an entrepreneur, like probably all moms are.
Mm-hmm.
And but then when I had my first child, I said, I had to stay home and take care of the baby, but I also want to do something on the side, hustle.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing aromatherapy. We did to be an indirect exporter for 10 years before I started Arispa. And then when I had Arispa is the number one rice brand-based spa products in the Philippines, meaning our flagship ingredient is rice. It's called locally as darak. So the rat is usually known to be fed to hogs, no, for animal feeds, Ferdinand.
Mhm.
But in Japan, if you know, a lot of beauty products use rice extract, rice bran as a ingredient for anti-aging because it's an antioxidant raw material. But instead of doing the route of beauty products, and you're coming from Asia, you will now compete with European, more established brands in beauty. So that's a red ocean for me. So I went into the pain and stress relief because our core strength is really aromatherapy. So I went into producing these lovely products you have here at
Yeah,
the back.
I hope I
Yeah,
take
we'll
justice.
we'll unbox it later. We'll do unboxing. And so we have chili oil, hindi lang siya pang siomai, no? It's for your muscle pains. And also, of course, the meditation balm and all. Everything that helps you feel good, feel relaxed. So that became a different strategy for me. So for entrepreneurs out there who are also listening, they have their own brand. Sorry, I've become talkative because I get so excited to be with all of you now. And for all of you who will be listening, so because there's a new product that I was coming out, it's unique, so it has to have a unique strategy. I never went back to that route of doing these products for other brands. So for Arispa, it's a different strategy. I went into branding and then franchising. So we went out to franchise because syempre hindi naman malalim ang bulsa namin for capitalization. So we have to find people who believe in the vision. And so we went to franchising. And we started winning awards, and one of the most, the pride namin, no? First Filipino brand who brought the ASEAN Business Awards for healthcare. Never once that it was brought to the Philippines. So 2016, ASEAN Business Awards for healthcare among all the other 12 other countries. So we won. We brought it back to the Philippines. So we went all over. We're now into different countries, and the rest is history for us. So
Well,
yeah.
she makes it that simple, but technically there's a lot. So if you guys
I never slept.
if you guys have not, don't know anything about this book, what I like about this book is that she does go into other people's brands, right? But she talks about her journey also. So there's a lot more to it.
Let's go to that.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I want everybody to really focus on, because this is very an empowering book. When I first heard that she was gonna do this, I was sort of like, it gave I don't know what's the word in Tagalog, like chills, like
Kinikilabutan
kinakalimutan
ka.
ka, because at the end that word is exactly how I felt when she said that she was gonna do that. Because if you love the country, if you love anything unique and creative, the book does that. She will tell you all about all the brands, some of the brands that you see on this book, but she'll talk about that. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So what happened was Eric has been a good friend of mine, although we work together and we need assistance from their team, from his team. Before coming to LA, you've been to other territories, diba, helping us. In Dubai, he was sending me a lot of these feeds, where we can sample and all. So now it became beyond me, beyond Arispa. So I can talk over and over again about how Arispa started and what we're doing with now. But as you said, we're now focusing to the book. So it became now my personal mission that it shouldn't be just about Arispa or about me. It's beyond my own journey, because there's a country waiting to shine. And there are a lot of micro, small, and medium enterprises in the Philippines who are wanting and waiting to shine, to have this platform, to be in LA, being promoted by you guys. So it has become a personal mission to me, parang advocacy. I'm not earning because I'm not doing, I'm not earning from promoting them. But of course, it has become parang walis tingting strategy.
Yeah.
You cannot do so much with one piece of the walis tingting, but you group them together. So that's what happened to me. We started sampling, for example, in Singapore. When they started to know, Filipino brand, I thought you're Japanese brand, or I thought if you're a Thai brand, that's going to be much easier. You've been Bangkok, diba? Posted in Bangkok. So, sila madali for them. But being a Filipino brand, mahirap pala.
Oh, yeah.
So sabi ko, even if Oraispa is a very good product. We have high quality. We can readily promote it. Malakas ang loob ko. But it has to be about Philippines.
Yeah.
Philippines should have that brand equity in the world, and we have so much to offer beyond us Filipinos, but also our brands. So I wrote my A Small Entrepreneur's Journey here. This is published in 2016, and of course, all the learnings I had in 2016. And then, sabi ko, kulang pa, kasi this is about my journey, no? Sabi ko, hindi lang ako ang naging isang nangarap about this. There are also other Filipino brands who probably made it. So I researched, and yeah, marami nga.
Yep.
So I have all this, I have top 10 brands in the Philippines that are already a global brand. So of course you have here Mamacitas, you have here Jollibee, of course, the number one. And we have Philippine branding, Mr. Justin Uloy. We have Maxes, no?
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, we have, of course, Karimadon, Bench, Bibingkinitan, Binalot, and Malagos Chocolate, of course, and RFF Corporation. So I talked to Mr. Joey Concepcion about their insights. So my strategy, or my, the logic behind coming up with the book is that I may have started that advocacy rolling about, yes, the Filipino brand can, but it's not unique to me. I mean, there are also other Filipino entrepreneurs who have that vision and made it successful globally. But probably it's not just, parang hindi lang na-highlight. So I interviewed them, each one of them, the CEOs, and you know what, we will talk later. Mm-hmm. But I have
that's what
core memories by doing this.
Don't save it for the next segment, because what I want you to do is talk each one.
Maybe not everyone because of time constraint, but I have core memories doing this. And so, inabot ng pandemic for this. So, 2020, we're supposed to launch this at a big event in March 2020. But then, na-lockdown siya. All the printed books are in the press. So, we have to launch this virtually in 2020. June 2020, lockdown. Sabi nila.
Well, you saved me. Let me just go on a quick break.
Sure.
So we can go ahead and do that. So, let me go ahead on a quick break, and then we'll hear more from Cheryl about her perspective. Okay.
Hi, my name is Ron, and this is Teofilo Coffee Company. Where we drink coffee black.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm excited to be here today with Eric Elnar, Trade Commissioner of PTIC, Philippine Trade Investment Center in Los Angeles, here in the emPHorium, and as well as the author and CEO of RISPA, the one who wrote the amazing book that is probably going to be, like I said, very motivating and somewhat instructional in terms of the way some of the Philippine brands have gotten to that point of being global and iconic brands from the Philippines. My name is Ferdinand Soriano. For those people who just tuned in, had no idea what you're watching, this is Live at the emPHorium, and I'm your host, Ferdinand Soriano. So again, what we talked about in the first 15 minutes was who is Cheryl Ramos Quintana, as well as who is RISPA. So now we're going to delve a little bit more about the book, what she learned from all the other entrepreneurs that she's dealt with, and her brand is also amazing. It's just right up there with all these iconic brands she's describing. So again, please welcome back Cheryl Ramos Quintana.
Thank you so much for that. And, as I was saying earlier, yes, the Filipino brand Ken has been a personal advocacy of me, because I believe that my story, my journey as a Filipino entrepreneur is beyond me. There's so much more to offer as a Philippine, as a country. So the Philippines is waiting to shine. So I wrote this book, Yes, the Filipino Brand Can, and I delve into other brands who have the same vision, who made it globally. So, and you're correct, this is instructional. That's why it says how 10 Filipino brands expanded internationally. So for you who wants to know, paano ba pumunta sa ibang bansa? Paano ba tayo mag-expand? They were very generous. And you know what? In the book, you can see, for example, they have the same trajectory, no, in sharing their story. So there's an intro, and of course, you will read here their history in a timeline. Kailan sila nagsimula? Like for example, for Max's, this is a very heritage brand, iconic brand. They started 1945. And then, susunod-sunod yan. Yung strategies nila, what year they started, etc. And for me, when, sabi ko nga, lockdown, inabot kami, no? I'm very thankful to friends in DTI because they did a virtual launch in 2020, June 2020, because I cannot do face-to-face lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Sabi nila sa akin, why are you writing and publishing a book during a lockdown? Well, I never intended to, but it proved to be more beneficial because a lot of entrepreneurs nagsasara, di ba, ang kanilang mga negosyo during that time. And they wanted motivation. They wanted to get inspired.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Sabi ko, ang bait ni Lord. Parang timing, it's a good timing. So I published it and had a virtual launch. And it's now actually available in Amazon. It's now available locally in the Philippines. It's available in National Bookstore. And of course, you can go right into our page. Ano muna kami kay Orispa. So Orispa sells this. They can order from our pages and our website. But then, of course, when I launched it, it became like parang a domino effect to a lot of Filipino entrepreneurs na kahit lockdown, we can still continue on the vision. We can still continue to dream. Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy that you guys are supporting us. And I know we've been kindreds, no? Eric is a good friend of mine. Beyond work, we have the same heartbeat for the Filipino brands. So I even asked him to do the testimonial, no? To do the how do you call this? What are their So a testimonial of my friends in the industry who believe the same. So we have 10 brands here, and they're so generous. I met each of them, the founders. So do I say na ba or later pa? Like for example, one of my core memories there was talking to Jollibee founder Tony Tan Kapchong. Maybe in the next segment, I'll tell you what I learned.
What I wanted you to really know, I think you did it already. To me, when you first wrote it, I'm thinking, I know you need to much else. I think you might have mentioned it already. I want you to go back into it. What really deep down na anong gusto mong isolve with the book?
Okay.
What do you want to the legacy of the book? You know, mga gusto kong for this segment, touch on that.
Correct. So my personal agenda in coming up with the book. The first one, the Small Entrepreneur's Journey. I want to share my story and maybe beyond after my kids are growing up, they're also into entrepreneurship. I want them to learn how I started it. I started as a micro entrepreneur, 5,000 capital in year 2000. So super really micro. I started in my own kitchen and how I made it to be that big. So sabi ko, sulat ko, because other entrepreneurs also want to learn. The thing is, I'm on hands-on, sort of sometimes micromanager, so I'm very busy, and I became an industry leader for franchising. So I cannot do a lot of mentorship, even if I try to. I'm very thick to it. I am a Go Negosyo mentor. I also do a lot of mentorship through DTI. We have this group in Calabarzon, for example, where startups, we have a community there. But I can only do so much. But the book can actually tell it. Even if hindi nila ako kilala, even if hindi nila ako ma-meet, diba? So that's the personal agenda.
We have to clone her. Yeah, we have to clone her. For,
The book actually cloned me, right?
Yeah.
So they can learn from my journey here. Sinabi ko na lahat dito. Lahat ng sikreto. Wala akong iniwan. Nandito siya lahat. And so this is my journey, but this one is the journey of the 10 other brands who have the same vision. So people doesn't need to, they don't need to meet me. You don't need to meet me personally, and I need, parang hindi tayo kailangan face-to-face para matuto kayo. Just read the book, and you will not just learn from me, but you will learn from these iconic brands who are, hindi na nag-grant na interview yung iba dyan. Because founders are, Jollibee is a huge organization. You cannot talk to the founder and say, paano ka nagsimula? Paano ka
Gusto ko pumunta doon sa Scovina, Eric.
And also, And there are a lot of the Filipino brands na nauna sa akin nandito. So, but of course, entrepreneurs are always busy and they're very focused. That's the reason why they grow big. So for me also, very focused din ako with Orispa. My trip here is about Orispa, and I'm so grateful that that we're able to squeeze in a lot of other the advocacy, both for the book and of course we're doing something for PFA tomorrow, for the franchising industry tomorrow. But as an entrepreneur, very busy kami. Kaya to sit down with them and tell their story, because that vision kasi sabi ko sa mga founders of these brands, there's a lot of people wanting to know, paano ba nagsimula si Jollibee? Paano ba nakarating ng Amerika?
Yeah.
Paano ba naging global brand? Wherever you go now, all over the world, when you say you're a Filipino, they say Jollibee, right?
Correct.
So, paano ba? And I sat down with Mr. Tony Tancakchong, which I will be forever grateful until my hair are all gray, that he sat down with me and talked to me, and it's all in this book. 1.5 hours we talk and talk from the day he started his vision, paano nandito siya. And of course, I sat down with Robert Trota of Max's Group. He's a very good friend of mine. For many years, he's like a big brother. I call him Kuya. And people are so, you call him Kuya? Oh, because syempre, mga Pilipino, ate, kuya. I have so many ate and kuya in the industry, and I'm very grateful because he sat down with me, and this is what happened. We expanded in the US because if you are a Filipino brand, you have to be here in America. So I'm very grateful with our senior trade officer here in LA, Eric, who's been really working hard how Filipino brands can come here. And I know this is a personal advocacy for you.
Yep.
Syempre parang sa ating concept, sari-sari store, ang dami-dami. But that's how we are, right? That's how we are. We want to see what the Philippines can offer. Ang dami-dami pala. So we want just the trailblazers to help us understand paano ba. So all of those are in this book.
I do have to bring up before we go to the next segment is that what I like about the title, as you can see, it's not just the Filipino. It says yes, like she's really, really into it, like very strong, right? I love the fact that now you can see why she said yes, the Filipino brand can, because it's so purposeful, right? And then the other thing that I want to bring up is that you have to see from the perspective now that, like Jollibee, I was joking around earlier. Every time I drive on the 10 freeway, for all of those people who don't know where the 10 freeway is, in West Covina, the 10 freeway there, you see Jollibee right up there. As a Filipino American, you almost have to feel like you have to bow or something, right?
Yeah, baka maiyak ako pag hindi na lang ako doon ngayon.
Yeah, right? Like you have to almost, it's like the Mecca. Thank you, Jollibee, thank you. Because that's inspiring to Filipino Americans, not only from the love of the country, but also any entrepreneur. Because then you don't have to say anymore that whether you're very self-defeating and you say to yourself, I'm Filipino, maybe I'm not going to do this. No, you can do that. So that's inspiring also, and now it becomes where you want to understand that. But you see the connection I'm just bringing there, and what the book does is just gives you the perspective how even Jollibee came about.
Yes. Well, of course, we are known globally in terms of service excellence.
Yes.
And Filipinos all over, wherever you go, sabi nga diba? Pag walang mga Pilipino, titigil ang ekonomiya ng mga bansa kung saan maraming Pilipino, right?
Yes.
But we are very known to be excellent in service industry, in entertainment industry, in the creative industry. What I wanted to, and of course, there's let's be frank here, right? There's an exodus of Filipinos, going out of the country and migrating, of course, and settling outside. No problem with that. But beyond that, we have more to offer. And these are Filipino brands. That's why when you said, ang laki nga ng yes ko dito, talagang mas malaki yung font ng yes. Because for others who are doubting that we can do that, I tell you, kayang-kaya natin.
Yes.
Pero ang problema nga lang is, paano? So that's what, all the strategies, that's what's in the book.
Yeah.
Paano? That is how these Filipino iconic brands went internationally. So that's what's the book about. So I talked to them, and each one of them were very generous in telling paano namin ginawa yan. So, this is a very easy read. This first book, yung aking A Small Entrepreneur's Journey, you can finish in 2 hours because I have, nag-launch kami sa mall, for example, for nakakatawa. May bumili. Hindi umattend ng seminar ko kasi I did a one-on-one seminar. No? This is parang 2016, 2017 when I launched this. Meron pa akong mall meet and greet. So we were selling this book. Yung iba bumibili. Tapos hindi a-attend. Tapos they got engaged. Yung isa bumalik kasi binasa rin niya coffee shop. Hindi na niya nabitawan. 2 hours. Finish. Bumalik. Mabuti nandun pa ako. Nagpa-sign siya. Sabi niya, it's so engaging. You can read it in 2 hours. Yeah. You're on plane. Ubus, kulang pa yung oras na kumbaga mababasa mo siya kaagad. And this one also, they have the same, very structured yung pagkakasulat ng libro. We have like, for example, ito nakalagay dito anong year, paano. Each of the year where they started. For example, this is JFC. Tara mo talaga parang Biblia, nandito yung JFC. Pagbukas ko, JFC, Jollibee Food Corporation. So,
but see, that's important. The reason why is because sometimes as an entrepreneur, if you're a budding entrepreneur, a lot of people get impatient. They get impatient. And sometimes you have a good idea, but you something happens to you and you lose it. So again, what you did there is fantastic.
Because I'm also very impatient.
Yeah,
so I can understand you.
Yeah.
Ano ba yan? Is she wasting our time or what? So I'm not gonna waste your time by you reading this book because it's straightforward. And I'm also very grateful kasi hindi rin pasikot-sikot yung mga kausap ko because they are also very successful, impatient entrepreneurs, no? In the sense na impatient na they don't want to waste time.
Oh, yeah.
So we have trivia here, very different, peppered with trivia about the brands that probably you didn't know, hindi lumalabas on the write-ups. In media, you'll not see. So, for example, can we go to the sample?
No, don't yet. Let me go to the next. Before we go to the next, see, that's what I'm saying. You see now what? She like yes, it's like exclamation points. She's on. Anyway, I want to say hello to Catherine Louis. She's been making comments.
I'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah, say hello. She's there. She's watching. And then Marie Lama, she says, time to represent the Filipino business in the mainstream society. And then again, that Catherine says, yes, the Filipino brand can.
Yes.
So for those who's watching and you don't feel like maybe asking, I recommend that you just chat, type in a chat. Let us know that you're watching where and what city and all of that. But ask her any question at the point. We're probably going to save it for a little bit later. But for now, before we go on to the next one, the next question I probably want to ask her is, what do you see for the future of Philippine brands? So I'm going to ask that to Cheryl again when we come back from a quick little break, and then continue with her. I love her energy. It's like she's crazy. Like I don't know if she's drinking.
I'm jet lagged now.
She's jet lagged. She was just in Vegas. I think it was, and she's on like crazy. So anyway, let me go ahead and try to see if I can go ahead and go into a little break, and then here you go. Hi guys, welcome back to Live at the emPHorium. This is a special edition. This is the book launch, the U.S. book launch of the Filipino brand can. I have here sitting with me, we're just chit-chatting away, talking about all this. And Cheryl, she's been drinking so much coffee that she's so full of energy right now. But anyway, so I'm joined by Eric Elnar, the Trade Commissioner of Philippine Trade and Investment Center, as well as the author and CEO of Arispa, which we will talk about a little bit about later. But we're talking about this book, which is so apropos, or both books, so apropos for what we're doing here at Live at the emPHorium. So thank you again for watching. Again, I'm saying hello to Catherine and Marie and all those people watching Live at the emPHorium to continue to support us. So now, my question for this segment is, I'm motivated by this book, especially with what I'm doing. But the other thing too that I want the community at large, the global the global scene, the global market to know is that what's the Filipino startups doing? What's seeing, Cheryl, about the current businesses in the Philippines? Like, who are they? What are they? And what are they trying to solve in the world?
Don't get me started.
Oh my God. Okay, right. I'm going to have to give her some sort of sedative because she's going to be on like crazy.
About Filipino brands, mayabang talaga ako.
Of course. Yeah. That's why you wrote the book.
So I said, you said that I went to Vegas. I'm very grateful for the Philippine Franchise Association because they're also, believers of Filipino brands, of Filipino homegrown brands. And so we went to attend the World Franchise Council and the Asia Pacific Franchise Confederation Council meetings in Las Vegas because this last week was the International Franchise Association's annual convention in Las Vegas. So I attended there. I sat down and I learned also with franchise experts globally. And I was able to talk. I was given a platform to talk. I represented the Asia Pacific Franchise Confederation along with the two gentlemen there that one from Guatemala who represents South America Black, and the other one represents the European Black. And they're we were like, enticing people. Where do you want to expand globally? And I'm so mayabang that Asia Pacific is the future. So you ask me what the Filipino brands are doing, and siguro, of course, there's a economic problem right after the pandemic, but you can see a lot of startups, you know that, right?
Yeah.
In the Philippines. And you see all of these brands, alam mo naman kasi ang pusong Pinoy, no? So Filipino entrepreneurs, laban lang talaga. So we have new entrants, we have new startups. That's the reason why, sabi ko nga, I'm very grateful and very blessed to be able to launch this during the pandemic kasi they need motivation. Kaya ba namin yan? Kayang-kaya. Kaya ito yung parang they can read and they can learn from others who already made it. Krisis, tuloy-tuloy. You can see here, we will discuss later, ang dami dinaan ng krisis nito mga brands na to, but they were able to survive. So, you're asking me, ano naman nangyayari? At ano ba ang pupuntahan natin? 5 years, 10 years from now? Now, I'm telling you, there's of course a war in Europe and they're all affected, right? America has been like they're scared that recession is going to be a problem here economically for the country. And sabi nga natin, pag nagka-problema Amerika, problemado lahat, 'di ba? Buong mundo. Pero here's what I'm telling you. And the vision really is now making it unfolding right before our eyes. We've been saying it, when is Asia going to shine? I went also so what I'm telling is that with the meeting, I was able to speak. And what I'm telling there is that everybody has been problematic. Of course, a lot of Filipino businesses closed down during the pandemic.
Yes.
Pero marami ang nagsimula. And because we have a diverse young population, and we of course have this coincides with the power to purchase. You've been to posted in different territories, makikita mo yan eh. Kailangan mag-coincide yung maraming availability ng global brands in the area or new startups in the territory, mag-coincide dapat sa purchasing power ng population. Now, here's the thing. Asia, especially Southeast Asia, no, in the Asia Pacific, and where Philippines are, we're leading the pack, no, in that block in Southeast Asia in terms of potential. And of course, syempre, pag sinabi natin potential, hindi pa yan, kailangan full support tayo pare-pareho, no, parang walis ting-ting papunta doon. Otherwise, because other countries are also nailing it. Yeah. So we should group together. Global Filipinos, we're all together, we're all over the world, and when we group together we can really make it happen. Now what happened is in Asia Pacific, especially in Southeast Asia, hungry for brands, hungry for the availability of good quality products na hindi foreign, hindi imported. Dati siguro pag gusto mo ng produkto, gusto natin, tinatawag natin PX goods, no? That has been passé. Filipinos now all over want to buy Filipino products. Now, I'm telling you, if you are a global Filipino, meaning you're living outside the Philippines, and you want to help the economy, you promote and buy Filipino products wherever you go, wherever you are, because your money will now feed the Filipino entrepreneur and the team. So for us, for example, we are a manufacturing company in the Philippines. Marami kasi they just buy and trade the products, no? Medyo may impact 'yon, pero hindi kasing lalim, no? Hindi kasing grassroots if you are supporting a Filipino manufacturing product. And of course, franchising is the business model where you can be anywhere you want to be, right? And having other people who believe in the vision, and they're called franchisees, of course. That's the reason why I'm also very passionate in promoting franchising as a business model, kasi hindi kailangan palalim ang bulsa mo to promote and to be everywhere. So with the Yes the Filipino brand can, really the personal agenda is that we regroup together all over. It's not just the Filipino entrepreneurs in the Philippines, but everyone, all the global Filipinos. Kahit na ano lang yan, $10, it will go a long, long way for the Filipino companies who are available globally. So if they should be accessible. So the Asian countries, especially the Philippines, is hungry for brands to be available, to have good and high quality products. Kaya it coincides now, may pambili, di ba? Ang mga Pilipino for that. Especially, we have a lot of few Filipinos or outside the Philippines, hindi nakakatiis na mag-send ng pera, no? Papasok ng Pilipinas. So we have now a power to purchase. So those two factors, availability of high quality Filipino brands and the power to purchase of the consumer, this is the time we're waiting for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me interject there, but I'm gonna hang on to the thought what she said, yung global quality, because at the end, to me, ang perspective ko naman from what Cheryl's saying, I agree, but I like to hang my hat, so to speak, yung global quality. So for all of the common denominator of all of the people that made their brands global, it's all about the focus on quality. Because I think that if you do the quality, people will eventually float, just like Orispa. Okay, that's what I noticed about your product, because it's everything about the quality.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Kasi all the other stuff, I think will fall into place to a certain degree kung talaga yung produkto mo, iniisip mo kung paano mo papagandahin, kung paano mo ay magbibenta na, affordable. All of that will
Hindi
come
tayo
into
pwedeng
play.
magyabang
Yes.
pag pangit.
Yes.
Di ba? Pag pangit, hindi tayo pwedeng magyabang. So it has to be, we are assured what we can offer. Kasi we can now, hold our heads up high and tell, teka, kaya namin yan. Mas maganda pa. We can do it better. Like what Eric was saying in the testimonial, we can do it. Filipinos can do it better. Pero what's keeping us?
Yes.
What's keeping us? Is it like because we were told? Well, I have a different story about that, because I was told also, if you are a Japanese brand or a Thai brand, it's much easier for you to go to be an Asian brand. And I said, I'm not nailing just to be an Asian brand. I want to be a global brand, right?
Yes, you hear that?
And yes, kaya na.
Yes.
So,
Oh my God,
we can all do it, and we can do it together. That's the power of the Filipinos. Other countries probably we have similar siguro, but syempre partial ako, Pinoy ako diba?
Yes, of course.
So what I'm saying is that we may probably be independent and working individually in our own lives wherever we go. But there's always that common heartbeat that we have, that if we have that opportunity to help out in the country, we always want to extend our hands, right? And what is that platform that we can do it? We can do it all together by supporting Filipino brands, wherever you are. And what we're doing, Ferdinand and Sir Eric, what we're doing actually is that we provide platforms for these Filipino brands that you can see, ang dami dito, hindi kita sa camera, but there's so many here. We are giving platform na available siya. Kasi ganito yan For example, Filipinos here in LA, kaya nga nilang lumakad, or like it's so easy to come and check out and try sampling the product. Pero kung wala dito yung produkto mo, how they can can they try, right?
I love her. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody.
Sorry, inagamit na ng trabaho. Sorry.
You see, it's one thing for me to say, but someone who has accomplished a lot to say that's what I'm just trying to tell.
Yeah, because there should be an intersection, right? Filipinos who want to try the products, but it's not available. How can I try? I want to help out, but I cannot. Kasi wala naman. If I buy from the Philippines, logistics is a problem. It's too much expensive, right? One product, for example, I'll try to get one here. Like this one is I'm very proud of because this is an endemic ingredient, no, from the Philippines. This is bugo, and we have a lot of patrons buying this. And ano na to, part na ng kanilang lifestyle. So we have shampoo here and a conditioner and a bugo tonic. And this one is for hair growth. And that raw material, bugo, is available in the Philippines. Oh, I think only available in the Philippines.
I think I gotta get that now.
Yeah. So now they need it here in the Philippines. Before in America, syempre malamig, hot showers, right? Of course, malalagas yung buhok nila. Not of old age, but because of the environs, right?
Correct.
This is gonna help you. If it's available here, Kathy is here, one of our viewers, sabi niya, sis, I want to try that. But of course, sorry, it's now just available now. So we've been like talking months ago. So sorry, just wait. Sorry about that. But then, what I'm trying to say is that since it's available here, you guys can now try it, right? But if wala ka, who believe that this is needed, and of course, Eric here, who empowers us, who enables us, to have his office here now available yung mga products dito for sampling, paano nyo matatry, di ba? So that's what we're trying to say. We're grouping together. And that's what the book is all about. How these brands are able to leverage. For example, now we go to the book. For Jollibee, for example, they started promoting among Filipino communities. Of course, who's going to eat Filipino food, for example, right? Max's restaurant, right? They want to eat the Filipino food in Max's. Syempre, para mo-convince ang non-Filipinos, but of course, umpisan mo yan with the Filipino community, right?
Yes, the Filipino community. I think of them as ambassadors at the end of the day of all this, because in America, to me, where the community is so ingrained in society. We have different friends, different culture, and we're all of that. So that's why, as a Filipino, that's what we need to do to support. If maybe this is a soapbox on my part, but if you don't necessarily want to support a particular brand, but support the Philippine brand, so to speak, have them to be proud of it, because then share it with other countries, other culture is basically what I'm saying. So that's the important thing. Share the culture. If you maybe don't believe in the product because maybe you don't like it or whatever, that's up to you. Everybody doesn't like everything, so that's okay. Now, before we go to the next segment, I just want to go ahead and say hello again to Marie Lama. She's been saying the popularity of Jollibee is a good sign of how the West is recognizing a Philippine brand and cuisine.
Correct.
Right, and then also Catherine, I see green for future Philippine brand industries with more local, sustainable, and nature-based. And last but not least, one of the new ones that just chimed in, Mariel Manalansan, watching from Florida Blanca, Pampanga, Philippines. Thank you so much, Mariel. Thank you for watching. At the end of the day, what we have just covered so far is we are trying to create that empowerment for Filipino brands. So if you're in the Philippines right now watching manufacturers, yes, we're trying to empower you here in the U.S. And then for all the people here in the Philippines, in the U.S., talagang kailangan natin mag-support ng Filipino products, not just because it's Filipino, but you support Filipino good quality products. Yun ang gusto. Ako naman, ganun ang dating ko. Because I want to be able to say, hindi nahiya. Now, for the last segment, before we go to the next segment, we're going to talk more about Arispa, a little bit more about the book, but more so on the Arispa. So if you have any question about Arispa, where can you get it? Cheryl will do that, and she will go ahead and address all that. So do you have a brief comment while I queue up the next commercial, so to speak?
Well,
Cheryl?
Well, they're saying that this is the time for green, green products, green brands. What Kat was saying is really about sustainability. We feel the climate change now. I've been traveling and I've been escaping snow, and I'm trying to escape the the weather, but it's unpredictable. So that's what we're saying. The climate change is real. The struggle to beat that is real. Now, what we can do about it is really find, check our lifestyle products that promote sustainability. And for us, for example, for Orispa, we want to have, nail those sustainable development goals so that we can somehow make that humble contribution to this climate change that we all are facing, as one, globally. Kaya we should be promoting that. At sinasabi nga natin, ang mga Filipino products have been offering that. Yun nga, di ba? Hilot has been our part of our culture. Kilala-kilala tayo dyan. Pag masama ang pakiramdam, hindi ba tayo dinadala sa doktor kaagad? Pupunta tayo sa lola mo na imamasahe ka, for example, ng coconut oil, di ba? For us naman, we have rice bran oil, so we have chili oil. Kami sa bahay, ganun din. Massage mo. And I know Filipinos all over the world can relate to that. What I'm trying to say, you've mentioned, for example, Jollibee. Siguro dati, ang pipila lang mga Pilipino. But because they were able, Tony here told me the story, and he's like all, very successful tycoons, entrepreneurs, Filipino entrepreneurs who believe, as heart of Filipino, very down to earth siya. He shared to me that, Cheryl, our journeys as founders are all of the same trajectory. Iba-iba lang yung details. What he's trying to say is that they started with the Filipino community's patronage all over the world. But as you said nga, we should be ambassadors of our own brand. Hindi yung tayo maninira doon sa sarili nating mga produkto, right? Kailangan mayabang tayo lahat. What I'm trying to tell you is that kayang-kaya niyong magyabang about what Filipino brands can offer, because we have high quality products, and they're all here at emPHorium, here at PTIC LA. There's a platform here, and you can contact emPHorium, and you can choose a day
to sample the products.
Yes, to sample the products. They're all here, and kayang-kaya natin magyabang about Filipino brands, because we can offer so much. So we start with the Filipino community, but then ngayon, ang dami ng kumakain, other non-Filipinos, foreigners who eat and love Jollibee, right?
Save that thought, because I want to talk about that, because it's crazy na ganun ang phenomena nang happening. You see it on YouTube, different culture, white, African American, it doesn't matter. They love Jollibee. So before we go into more detail, let me go into a quick commercial. Yeah, I know. We're back. The commercial was really quick, and it looks like that we have to say goodbye to the trade commissioner because he's got some business he got to take care of. So I'm going to scoot on over there a little bit, Miss Cheryl.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this last segment of our show, let's focus more. Well, if you want to talk about Jollibee some more, because of the fact that I love the food. Period, I love it. I mean, from the personal consumption part, but. To me, I want to get more into Orispa now, this being the last segment of our show. So let's talk about Orispa, your past, present, and future. More importantly, where can you get the product besides emPHorium? So just somebody said already on the comment. I just want to read the comment. It says, Orispa, tested ko yan, effective talaga. Thank you, Ferdinand, for giving me one and trying it. I love it. And then thriving and export from the Philippines to here sa US, kailangan lang alam natin where the opportunities are, which products have may potential sa market. I want to answer that. One, thank you. I can't see who actually did the comment on the trying the product, but the other one is that's what emPHorium is about. We're here to teach you how to do that. But you see, Cheryl is not just someone we try to collaborate with from the perspective of promoting products. She is a wealth of information. So para bang lahat ng ginagawa niya, lahat ng sinasabi niya, gusto namin i-impart sa inyo. And also to know that emPHorium is not just me, 2 or 3 other people. It's the network of people that's connected with emPHorium. talagang pinopromote namin not like yung produkto, not just the products, but yung mga yung networking, yung collaboration with other brands. That's what makes emPHorium different from whatever other out there. It's we openly want to collaborate with people. So with that being said, let's end this section more like talking about Arispa. Where are you going tomorrow? What are you doing? And where can they buy the products?
Yeah, before I get into that thought, no, I want to just have a follow up what you said. What I see here in emPHorium, it's not snuff. No? To put it straightforward, hindi pwedeng, hindi, piliin lang natin yung mga yung mga malalaki na and let's put it there. But of course, if it's already established and big brands, it's already out in the market. They can buy it in the supermarket, right? But then, of course, this is it's not snuff. You can try out other Filipino brands that are here, and I think Arispa I believe to be here because we believe in the vision.
Correct.
That Filipinos need to have a space for them to try the product.
Correct.
Right. So, what's your question? I'm trying to share because I forgot. I'm so excited. I could go live in my own feed and with Arispa's feed. So I know the people in the office just
probably just
it's just 8 a.m. there. So I was trying to tell my team, I forgot to tell you, but you should go live in our page. But of course, we're sharing this. We have naman the recording. We're sharing this.
Because there's some people in the Philippines actually watching, so that's why to me, she's here in the California. She's in Los Angeles right now, and she has other things to do tomorrow. So let's talk about in the last segment, the last 10-15 minutes. What are you doing tomorrow, right? Because I want people to know what you're involved here.
Where they can catch me.
Yeah, they can catch you, right? All her relatives, please go see her. I'm just kidding. And then let's talk about Arispa. Somebody asked, where can they get the product? Obviously, if you're interested in the product, you can go online, right? But what we're trying to really do is create an avenue for if you're interested in just even picking up the product, you can get it here at emPHorium. But obviously, if you want to buy it directly from the Philippines, you could do that. So our goal is to have Arispa products here so that you can literally just come here and go buy it. Okay. But anyway, I'll let
we'll go into
Cheryl.
those details later. But we just focus for now because we have time constraint, no? So saglit lang, we only have an hour.
Yeah. She's like at least 3 hours.
Yeah, at least 3 hours for you to to share what the vision is all about, no? For yes, the Filipino brand can. And I have a couple of books with me that I brought with me sa luggage. So you could imagine how hirap, no? That to bring my mga heavy luggages just for the books to be able to reach you. So tomorrow, as you're asking, we have a how to invest in the right franchise seminar. It's a face-to-face. Ang sarap sabihin kasi ang tagal namin webinars, no, via Zoom. But this is face-to-face seminar at the consulate tomorrow, late in the afternoon. We'll share the details later. Sorry, nasamit ako. But then it's my books are there.
Yeah.
Ferdinand will be helping me out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so for those of you who want to get a copy, you can have your own copies, pero limited.
Yeah. And then some of the products will be there also. So,
I'll have to get water. Sorry.
Yeah, so she's gonna get. There's some water here. No, but you got your water. Okay, so I'm gonna carry on the show while she gets water. So again, what Cheryl is doing in Las Vegas, promoting, the country, promoting the franchising, and promoting her own brand. So now we did a little bit about Arispa, but there's a lot more to learn about Arispa. So to me, these little, I like this one.
Okay.
I like this one, right? Because when I first met online, I mean not online, but when I first discovered that she has these kind of product, because you couldn't go at that time to a spa because of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So her speech or her slogan was like basically
feel good.
Feel good
anywhere,
at home. Yeah, anywhere.
anytime.
Yeah. So with that, this is what you get with these spa.
Correct.
These spa anywhere.
You can have a spa experience at home. Hindi mo na kailangan pumunta ng spa. Keep up, set an appointment, no? So these ones are chili oil, and you can just rub it like that, and when you're traveling and also. And this is the meditation balm. So it comes in a box like this. So you can use it as a pasalubong. So see, so hindi na mga mani, hindi na mga, I mean, it's not just about food, right? Minsan may dala-dala pa tayo bottled balut, for example, right?
Yeah. Well,
so
I would kill. I still would kill for tuyo, right? But
yes.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah.
Pero what we're saying is that hindi lang yun.
Yeah, hindi lang yun.
So we can have other products that we can produce. So we have this like parang pasalubong. So for those of you who are watching, Asian stores, for example, embrace the Filipino brands, and they can have it. You can have them in your shelves. So Filipinos who want to buy pasalubong, going back here, that's why punong-puno ang luggage ko. At nakakatuwa naman because my Filipino friends here want to have a taste of our products, no? And so punong luggages ko with Ori's pasalubong, even if they're available here. So anyway, that's you can catch me tomorrow at the consulate in the afternoon. We're going to share the details. I'll be there 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I have meetings before we go. We do the how to invest in the right franchise. You can be part, you can attend, and we're very grateful because COFAC is leading the way. And we are actually they organized the event for us, and the Philippine Franchise Association is doing this in partnership with them, with the COFAC and the consulate, and of course a PTIC LA. And we will meet you tomorrow. I have few book copies that you can. Sabi ko nga if you can already reserve your book copies, you can have you can message emPHorium right now.
Yeah.
So you can say I want to have a copy of the book because we're doing this like a bundle, so you can have the a small entrepreneur's journey and the Filipino brand can. So we have a few limited copies, and you can have yours. So the earlier for you to book and message Ferdinand here, the emPHorium team, they can reserve a copy for you.
Yeah.
And we also will be bringing in some of these products. So we are very grateful with COFAC, with the Coalition of Filipino American Chambers, to shout out to my friends Ellen Samson and Jerry Colon, because they are true believers of Filipino brands. That's why we have the event tomorrow. And you can catch us there tomorrow at the consulate office. So I hope to see everyone there who believes in the Filipino brands. And of course, you're also curious, paano ba pwede silang magnegosyo? So pwede kayong magnegosyo using the franchising model. We will be presenting different brands tomorrow aside from Orispa. We will have other brands in the list that you can invest in the Philippines if you want to buy a franchise. Pero ayaw natin sila mag-fall with the scams, no? Maraming scammers ngayon kasi syempre crisis after pandemic. So what we're going to share tomorrow is the overview of the Philippine franchising sector and how na naman, instructional, paano. Kasi yung paano actually helps us get to the vision and the mission. The how part.
Ooh,
That's why I love
vision is mission. I love it.
Yes, that's why I love the how part. Kasi we can talk and talk and talk about the vision. This is my vision. I want more Filipinos. I want this product to feel good anywhere, anytime, to help you. Pero paano? So that's why I love how. So tomorrow we'll be seeing you face to face in the consulate office. And let's share with one another how, because I'm sure I can also learn from you who have been here, to our friends who are watching here in America. I'm sure I can learn from you in that paano, no? How the Filipino brands can make it in the American market and globally.
There's somebody, a good friend of mine, si May Cruz, sabi niya, hey, hello Fernand, pa-reserve ako ng one set please.
Oh, thank you so much.
Si May Cruz, she's a big supporter of emPHorium too. Anyway, so if you're interested again in any of these products, just message me, because Emporium is sort of acting sort of like a mini fulfillment center. If you're interested in any of these products, just let me know. All of them will be sold on a introductory price or just a sample, because most of the time we just want people to try it. All these products that are here, especially Orispas. So tomorrow again, I'm going to wrap up the show. I just want to say thank you again for Eric Elnar. He had to leave because I think he had a meeting with a distributor.
Wait, don't forget, baka kasi bitin pa sila for this because you have an IG live, right?
Oh yeah.
So if you're still bitten, no, with our chikahan here, you can tune in later. Natatawa siya sa akin kasi sobra na yung energy ko. But I'm like, when
what kind of coffee did she drink?
No, I only have a one cup of coffee now, so you have to give me more. I still haven't drunk Barako. No, I only have their coffee here. It's not local. So kung baka Barakong kape pa ako mamaya, I'm sure, like gising ako. So I'll do that before the IG live. What time is it?
No, the IG live.
Para siya yung guest, ako yung host. What time is the IG live?
No, you're gonna co-host it with me because we're gonna talk to another brand, Saint C. You're gonna just go because you're here already.
I know them too.
Yeah, see, there you go. So with that being said, again, I want to say to everyone, if you're an entrepreneur, or you just love the country and you want to feel proud and you want to be empowered, the fact that the products in the Philippines are actually amazing, read the book. Read about Jollibee. Diba? Read about Jollibee and her journey. Kasi nga, like I said, yung office ni Cheryl sa Pilipinas, but she also has an office in Singapore. So you're talking about a company like Orispa. It's not a fly-by-night or just started last year, 2 years ago. It's been around. So kung gusto niyo talaga
we started very small, of course, but I mean, we've gone a long way also from the time that I was doing all this product in my kitchen. It's 23 years of journey.
So yung produkto talagang quality, yun ang gusto kong emphasis sa mga gustong bumili ng produkto niya. And
we also have a few products that I brought with me. Talagang nagbenta, no? I'm like a peddler. I'm a Orispa peddler. So I have a few boxes of this for your feel good anywhere, anytime, and I'm going to bring this tomorrow with the permission of my.
Oh no! I'm sure you're gonna get permission. But you know what I like? Just off topic, pero meron siyang produkto na gusto ko, even though technically that's the creative thing that I like about her product. Meron some facial scrub. I just if you buy it, just don't eat it because it's called champorado. Champorado. It's a facial scrub. It's great, like the creativity that she puts into the products and all what it can do. If you Google rice bran, it actually just on itself has a lot of medicinal purposes also. Just Google that. And then I didn't realize yung pangalan ng Orispa, it means ano ba yun? It's part of rice, right? Diba?
Orisa sativa.
Yes.
Yeah. So Orisa sativa is the scientific name of rice.
Yes.
So Orispa is like food for the soul. Rice for the spa, food for the soul. So meaning to say that we all need relaxation with this crazy world. And what we're trying to give you is a feel good anywhere, anytime. You don't have to queue up in the spa, go to the spa and have the tea time. You can just sit in your chair at home and have a box of Orispa products like this. And you can have feel good anywhere, anytime. You can be in your plane and you can have this. Madam, you know what? Coming here, I'm flying Philippine Airlines, not the long haul, 12 and a half hours. I was sitting with a Thai American lady, very gracious, and she started, of course, chatting with me. Syempre, Asian, no? She started chatting with me. I said, what are you putting on my, So, syempre, hilo-hilo na ako because we have a bumpy flight. And then I ended up giving away some of my products. And sabi, paano ka? Meron kang products na. Well, I'm a Orispa peddler, so I always have products with me in my suitcase.
See, that's a good sample of somebody who's all about their product and about their company kasi nga napakaganda. But see, here's another thing. Pwede nyo gamitin sa, let's see, commuting is back. Pain in the ass instead of work from home. You could sit there, smell the product while you're sitting there in traffic.
You know what?
Lunchtime or whatever, right?
You know what? I know I'm getting you caught off guard with this, right? But what I'm kasi binanggit mo si Champurado. Baka naman natatakam sila. Ano yung Champurado? I know we did a Zoom live before. But since I'm here, I'm willing to be optimized, no?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll talk about it, but we can do a live recorded.
Yeah.
Right? And sample some of our products, because this live of emPHorium now is about yes, the Filipino brand can and a small entrepreneur's journey, and we have a few limited copies that you can get a copy. You can grab a copy of yours tomorrow at the consulate, or contact emPHorium if you cannot come physically tomorrow, so they can bring it to you. They can have it sent to your doorstep. But we can have probably a live. Let's see, because the man here, I know he's so busy also. I also have schedules here. But since you mentioned about Champurado, maybe we can do live and try out the products. And I want to demo it.
I don't know. Do I want to get a facial scrub right now? Maybe, right? I don't know. But anyway, with all that said, thank you, Cheryl, for being here.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, I'm hoping that this segment, it was not about just learning about Orispa and amazing products, but also be empowered, because the 3 E's that we try to say out there is elevate, empower, and educate. All of that.
I love that.
Those are the 3 E's that we do, because at the end, that's what emPHorium is. It's not just a physical showroom that we're very proud of. It's the spirit of what we're trying to do. So I'll give you the last 15 seconds so that we can sign off. So you sign off instead of me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm very grateful for you, Ferdinand, for giving this platform, not just to Orispa, but to me, for my personal advocacies. And I have kindreds, I have people who believe in the same vision. It's not unique to me, because my journey is not about me anymore. It's not about Orispa even. It's about the Philippines. It's about the Filipinos wanting and waiting to shine, and we can all be proud of our roots. No, we don't have to pretend, because our roots are so beautiful. So what I'm telling you, if you want to help out, even if you are a global Filipino living outside the Philippines, if you want to help out the economy, buy Filipino products. Now, if you're in California and you're here in LA, contact emPHorium, because you can set your appointment, your schedule for product viewing. And I think as far as I can see, they have more than 50 product or brands here that you can check out. And you can help out also if you want. And for those who are having their own stores, platforms, businesses, Filipino entrepreneurs, you can schedule your appointment and try to select which products you want to adopt. So, may bago tayong tagline tuloy. Adopt a Filipino brand.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this together. Let's make it a hashtag. Adopt a Filipino brand. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna make that as my new slogan. Adopt a Filipino brand.
Yes, and we did it here while going live while I'm here in Los Angeles. So let's do this all together. Adopt a Filipino brand.
And for those who missed the entire show, you can watch it on YouTube on our channel.
We're sharing it.
And then we're going to go ahead and share it again with bits and pieces of Cheryl's interview. So with that being said, I want to say bye-bye to everybody. Thank you for watching. So for those who are into Instagram also, since she's here already, we're going to talk to Alan Poisson on Instagram at 5:30 today. And then on top of that, watch for our other upcoming show. We're actually trying to introduce some new business opportunities in how to distribute Philippine-made products. You don't want to miss that. It's probably going to be in about a week. It involves vending machines.
Oh, wait. I want to have my chant.
Okay, go ahead.
My parting statement. Yeah. Always believe that, yes, the Filipino brand can.
Yeah, well, somebody adopted it already here, so I'm going to end up with I'm going to say adopt a Filipino brand. She said it.
Oh,
she put it there. See, Marie Lamas.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And then she said, my husband works as a courier driver for LBC. Nang balikbayan boxes, pinatry ko sa kanya ang Orispa. Very effective sa back pain niya, kahit sa sprain sa kamay, ang galing. Ngayon, nasa tabi na niya lagi yung rice bran sniff bomb ng Orispa.
Wow, thank
you
so
Cruz.
much, Marie.
Okay, so anyway, I'll say goodbye here, and you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for being watching this entire show. And again, this is Cheryl Ramos Quintana of Arispa, an author of this book. Yes, the Filipino brand can. And I am your humble host, Ferdinand Soriano of emPHorium. Please continue to watch and support the Filipino brand. Thank you, everyone. So I will see you soon. Currently live in emPHorium in the Philippines.